Says I'm live. Hello, happy Friday morning. Open panel, open-ish, limited panel. I'm um, I'm trying to get this thing back in the direction that I was trying to take it to begin with. In fact, let me show y'all something. Um, I'll check the news too. I haven't looked at all. No telling. Here we go. Oh, sorry, I'm multitasking. Okay, let's do news. So they had the Russian prisoners swap. Ooh, a police standoff at a motel near me. Um, okay, so the prisoner exchange with Russia happened. They had the funeral for the Hamas leader. Politicians are still politicking, and it looks like that's it. Oh, U.S. redeploying forces to protect Israel from Iran retaliation, Biden says. And that's just a single headline. All right, let's check Twitter. Yep, I think I got it. Got it all. Nothing on Twitter. Did I put the link? Oh, yeah. Listen, hey, Bex. Listen, what else happened? Somebody tried to cash at me yesterday, and they said that it was not working. Um, so I looked into it, and I tried to sign on, and it wouldn't let me sign on. And eventually, I got a screen that said that the phone number associated with the account was being used. It was engaged in activities against their unacceptable use policy. So the only place I use Cash App is on this channel. That's it. So it has to be something associated with this channel that got me flagged, that got Cash App to pull my account. You are not on stage. Oh, not on stage? Yikes, what's going on? Can you hear my voice? Did- I see me. I'm looking at YouTube now. Um, I don't know what that means. Live but not on stage. Can and then this is me on stage waving. And when I watch it on YouTube, I can see me. So I don't know what not on stage means. That is weird. Let me know so I can figure it out. And can you hear the voice at least if because I might just have to axe this whole stream and start over. All right, I'll wait for more intel. But what was it? I guess I, I don't know. I'm being told that I'm not showing up on stage, like on StreamYard. So I'm trying to figure out if people can see and hear me before I continue. I don't know. I don't know. uh, can, can can someone let me know if you're out there if I'm visible? How many fingers am I holding up? Um, and if you can hear me. Otherwise, There might just be a blank screen playing on YouTube, but when I pull it up on YouTube, it looks like something's playing. I didn't. Oh, now I feel bad. I the music wasn't Plasma. Can you see me and hear me? People are telling me I'm not showing up on the stage. So I'm trying to troubleshoot and see if I'm even streaming right now. Um, the music's been giving me trouble lately, and so I decided to try it without the music just to see. And mentally, it's a lot smoother process for me. I don't have to worry about the music, but I like those little touches. I know what you mean. Well, let's see. Tell me if you can hear it. I haven't been bothering with the music because I have to turn it up really, really loud to hear it on my end. And when I watch it back on the YouTube, I can barely hear it. And I haven't changed anything. So it's something in StreamYard. Can you hear it? I can't hear it at all if there's music playing. I have to turn it up full blast to barely hear it. Oh wait. So there's that. Okay, cool. I was talking about how my Cash App. Someone tried to Cash App me yesterday, and they couldn't. And I looked into it, and it turns out that Cash App said that my phone number is associated with unacceptable activities or violates the unacceptable activities policy. And I looked at the activities. In fact, let me pull up the list. They're like illegal, criminal stuff. I'm like, well, what is my phone number associated with out of this list? But like illegal substances, minors, something they call bullying, harassment. I wonder if it's the content of the channel. Like somehow the some of the content of my channel is like considered bullying or harassment, or maybe we talk about drugs. Sometimes we're not selling drugs, we're not facilitating. We just talk about our experiences with it, mostly from our childhood years. Um, like if that somehow is enough to get my number flagged to where Cash App says no, you can't use us for this nefarious satanic stuff. Chuck, I'm gonna bring you on, but we do have drama. I was hoping to keep it off the stream. In fact, I'd prefer to talk on Discord, but let me bring you up. And
We
good.
have drama. Well, good
I
morning, sir.
I don't trust anybody involved with Denizen and Dutchie right now, particularly Dutchie. She's a known troll. And
I
after the thing, and I know every time I pull up panels now, the same little crowd is on them, and my name is somehow in the conversation, and it's being used for content with this group. And
do
it's the people that come on the panel and pretend like we're building community here. And it's the same people that I stick up for consistently, and somehow, and it's conversations about stuff that doesn't come up here. So it's like they don't trust me enough to tell me when there's a problem, but they go to this person or this group of people that's going around saying I'm a liar and I'm delusional when they are the ones that tried to gaslight Endorvo, and it's all on stream that day. And they trust
I,
those people to open up to about problems they have with me for content on their stream, but when they're on my stream, none of that comes up. And I don't know who to trust. I don't know what's real, what's not real. I don't know what's content, what's sincere, what's building community, what's just to get numbers up. I don't trust anybody associated with that group, and it's not that I think you're a bad person. I don't trust that group with you.
May I say something?
They're already ever since those streams started, things are already happening.
Okay. I'm kind of clueless on some of this. I'm trying to learn who Denizen and Dutchie is.
I made an entire video where I broke down in great detail what happened on the stream that day, and I invited anybody if I was seeing it differently, if there was something I was missing. Not, I invited other perspectives. Nobody said anything. And if there's one thing I know, it's that people love to tell you when you're wrong, and they love to tell you when you're stupid. Nobody said a peep. So I took that as people understood my issue with Denizen. And I don't care. I don't care if other people are
Yeah,
friends with
yeah.
Denizen. I don't care who hangs out with Denizen. I'm not it's when my name becomes part of the drama over there from people
the
that I thought we were doing something different.
the only thing I heard yesterday, and I think it was Moose's stream, but I could be wrong.
Well, here's
But
what's happening because I'm not subscribed to Denizen. I see that Moose is streaming, and I'm like, oh, Moose is streaming. Good. I'll go
right,
support Moose and help Moose out. So I go onto Moose's channel in Moose's comments, thinking that I'm watching a Moose stream, and then I realize that he's streaming Denizen. He's helping Denizen to grow his channel. But
no,
somehow I'm part of that content that's being used to do that, but it's content that nobody's talking to me about on my channel. And so yesterday I start asking questions and commenting. I just walked in. Honestly, I pulled up YouTube. I saw
right,
Moose was
right.
streaming. I just popped
I
in.
saw that.
Hang on, let me finish. I
All right,
popped in. I'm like, oh, cool, Moose is streaming. I popped in, and I wasn't there a second, and I heard them talking about me and Cynthia, or something about Cynthia, and I'm like, wait, are they talking about? I just got here. Are they talking about me? So I typed in the chat, and they're like, "Oh, look, he comes when he's summoned. He knew we were talking or something." So I started continuing in the chat, and Denizen says, "You're not going to use the chat comments for your content, even though they can use me for Denizen's content. I can't react back to it in the comments." And I'm like, "Well, this is Moose's channel. I mean, you don't control me. You're not going to tell me what to do. I'm going to talk about what I want to." And all of a sudden, I get timed out. And I thought it was
oh,
Moose because I'm like, whoa, Moose just timed me out in his own channel just because I'm pushing back what they're saying about me. And it turns out that it was Denizen that timed me out because Moose handed Denizen the controls to his show. That's what I'm talking about. It's not that I don't think I don't trust y'all as people. I see what happens when you hand your power to these people. Like now, next thing you know, I'm getting timed out on somebody that I'm supposed to be collaborating with. I go on their channel and I'm getting timed out by this person that's already going around calling me a liar and saying I'm delusional. I just don't think there's room to like build the kind of community I'm trying to build with the green arrows and to roll around in this troll pit with all the red arrows that bring communities down and destroy community. And I don't know who to trust. And it's not the intentions I don't trust, it's the awareness of what's going on and not to get pulled into other people's games. Because that's what I see happening. Best faith interpretation. If this whole thing is not a troll, it's it's good people getting pulled into trolls games at my expense because I'm the one getting thrown under the bus behind it all. Ever since that day with Denizen, when he
I
came on my
remember.
stream and did the gaslighting, and tried to bully and intimidate and tell everybody what their reality was, even though we could go back on the stream and see it for ourselves. Ever since that day, I feel like I became the bad guy, and all I was doing was trying to protect the community. It happened to be Denizen. I would do that for anybody that came in here and acted that way.
I
And
agree.
because I was looking out for the community, I became a target because it was against Denizen. People have a blind spot for Denizen. They want to see Denizen better than he actually is. And I think they put me under more scrutiny, even though I didn't do anything but look out for the community. Denizen actually did a thing, but he gets more of a pass. People are more willing to still see him as a good guy. And I'm under higher scrutiny because of that, even though I'm not the one that did anything but look out for the community. So it feels fucked up. It feels like Darvo. I don't know who I can trust. There's a lot of reality manipulation going on, and I need for my own mental health and for what I'm trying to do on this community, I need to draw a boundary between me and the panelverse. The panelverse are people that are dysfunctional and unhealthy, and they want to stay that way. I'm trying to create an alternative for people that want to live from a better set of values. And I know that everybody involved is capable. So I don't know why, if they're capable of that, they're choosing to do it this other way instead.
Is it my turn? Can you hear me?
Um, yeah.
Okay. Number one, it took me a while yesterday to figure out because on when you're on the phone using StreamYard, you don't see all the chats and what's going on in chat. So I had no idea you got timed out. But I do know somewhere along the way they said that you were welcome to join the panel at any time. And
Yeah, in
that
fact,
was
they
the,
were they were I wanted to have the conversation in Discord off stream private because I didn't want
ah
the stream to be
okay.
drama. They said no, come up because it's content. Come do it on stream. It's good. That's what I'm saying.
Ah
I feel like my attempts to build community are being turned into content and exploited for content. And that's not what I'm not trying to just create content here. I'm trying to do something more. I'm trying to create community along with that content. I feel like those attempts are being turned into content for other channels at the expense of the community I'm trying to build here.
I understand. And I know I'm trying to figure out in my own mind what Denizen and who's the other one? The
Dutchy,
girl.
Dutchy.
Dutchy. I'm trying to understand where they're coming from or where they're going or something. Because I just met
Well, when
Denizen.
you
I
figure
think it
it
was
out,
on.
let me know. But in the meantime, I don't trust anybody affiliated with that group. So I'm gonna have to draw a
Okay.
boundary.
Well,
And when if
I
you ever get it figured out, let me know and come back. But in the meantime, I can't take. There's too
I'm
much
who I
cross between here and there right now.
I'm who I am. And I tried to explain, like when they were talking about you a couple days ago. I jumped in there, and I think you jumped on the and heard part of it. But I was trying to explain how it is when somebody has autism, and they kept cutting me off and diverting the conversation. So I didn't get to clarify my point and position. I was not ragging on you. I was trying to point out how things in reality are, but they didn't want to hear that part.
And I don't even
So
know how much of this has to do with autism because the dynamics at work here, I think would
I,
anybody in this situation would.
yeah, I didn't mean any disrespect by that because you know my son has autism. I
Right.
was trying to convey sometimes I'll call us normies, okay? Sometimes when us normies talk, we don't say it the right way because I have this trouble with my son all the time. And I put it on it's my fault. It's my job to understand who I'm talking to. And I am who I am, Jeff. I'm real. I'm not out to squash anybody. I wouldn't keep coming back to your channel and rooting you on and trying to share and get people to subscribe because I believe in what you're trying to do. Because I know how the community is, and I'm just trying to be real. And I'm sorry if people mistake that You know, I
In order for me to do what I'm doing, I had to make a decision about what happened on that stream with Denizen, and
I
I
understand.
did the right thing for the community, and it cost me every social relationship I had ever since.
Wow, I didn't know
Which
that.
I don't even mind that, but now my name is being drug into their content, so that's where I'm drawing the boundary.
Okay,
Hey,
well, I haven't
Moose,
seen
what's
all
going
that you
on?
were
Just real
talking
talk,
about.
man to man. What's going on? Nobody's being straight with me.
I'll be straight with you. Good afternoon, by the way. Um,
Hey, Moose.
so when your name came up yesterday, it was yesterday, right?
It's been multiple times. It's been at least 3 times I've gone on that channel randomly. Just I see it live and I drop in, and I'm the topic every time
Well, I bring your name up every once in a while because
for content.
well, no, it's because I thought we were friends, and I
What
still
you,
think we're friends.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm confused and I don't know what.
So that's why I'm here, and I'm gonna try to like walk you through my thought process of the whole
Okay,
situation,
okay,
right?
that will help.
So for one, I am being myself. I'm not trolling you. I've been 100% clear with you. The only thing I didn't tell you was that last week, me and Denizen were talking. It was before the D&D night where the drama in the D&D thing happened, right? We were all talking about D&D and stuff, and then me and Denizen had a conversation, and I said, "Hey, man." I said, me and you, we can talk, and we kind of like you kind of like are cool with my jokes and stuff, and you don't take offense to like me being an idiot sometimes. I said I'm trying to create this thing where everybody has uh like an opportunity to grow their channels, right? And we all grow together, right? And so I said I'm gonna give you the keys to my channel because I've known Denizen for over a year. Denizen was there for me when I was having some like issues with other people, and I said, hey, we'll try it out because my channel is kind of like right now. My channel isn't really anything right now. It's I'm just restreaming other people's streams, right? So I said, let's try it out. I'll give you the keys, whatever, and we'll see how it goes. So then we did a couple streams, and he started, he let me know like he's not about free speech, where I am about free speech. And so I was like, okay, so we're probably gonna have an issue there, right? But I said, whatever. Like my channel is not really a channel at the moment. So I said, and I'm trying to see, I'm trying to figure out where he's going with the channel, his way kind of thing. And so when I opened up the channel yesterday, it wasn't Denizen's channel that originally was on. It was on my channel. It was my stream. But when he joined the channel, he did the same thing I do when I usually join and hit the stream to his audience button. So it's not about me directly trying to help just Denizen or trying to like troll you or troll anybody else and bring people to like troll them there. No, we had a conversation about something yesterday, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty crazy because there's a lot of stuff I don't agree with you on. I don't agree with you on the whole uh like voting thing. I don't agree with you on the Satanism thing. I don't agree with you on a lot of stuff, right? But at the same time, there's so many things I do agree with you, and it fascinates me to no end to have a connection with you like I have when you're like if I were to pick someone out, I wouldn't pick you. Like you wouldn't. Your characteristics. I don't know. If, maybe your characteristics would be perfect, but the way you describe yourself is not what I would pick for myself. I wouldn't be like, hey, I want to be homies with a Satanist, or I want to be homies with like, you know
You
what I
would
mean?
swipe left.
Right? Like, come on. You go to Satanists to like find friends, right?
The
You
Satanists
don't
don't
go to
even
the
like me.
church.
No, I got canceled. They hated me.
You don't go to the church, but you know what I mean. So it's
I
it's
might
a
start.
similar thing. And then so when your name came up, it wasn't about like anything serious on my part. It was just lighthearted joking, but it was trying to see if you were there listening And I said, you know, he's welcome up here, right? He's welcome to come up and hang out and have a conversation with us. And Denizen even agreed that he has a special fondness to you too. So I thought, oh, maybe this will be a chance for you guys to squash whatever this stupid beef is with you guys, because I don't think it's real. I think that it's a situation where you were right about the situation. Like, he probably was gaslighting you, but I think that we all do this at times, and I think that we all have instances where we've done something to wrong another person or whatever. I don't think that he's out here to deliberately hurt people,
Well,
and I
they're still calling me liar and delusional, and that I'm the one deluded about what happened that day and not them. They're still saying that,
and
especially Dutch.
I asked him about it too. I said, did you guys call him a liar? And he said, yeah, I called him a liar, but we're all liars.
No, I'm not.
He said directly, we're all
Are you
liars
all
right after that.
liars? That might be the issue right there. I didn't know we were all liars. I'm not.
I don't lie.
I've told some white lies. Like, if somebody asked me if they look good in something and I didn't think so, I wouldn't give them my personal opinion. I would lie to them.
I mean, this is just reinforcing why I think he's bad for a community. And I don't mind if other people form community with him, but I don't want my community. I don't know how you merge his version of community and my version of community. But as far as the beef, I made a whole video about it. And that was me squashing. Like, nobody said anything. That was the attempt. So I don't know why they think after that video I want to come up and just chat with them. I explain in the video why, and the video is an opportunity. Like, it's that video that people need to address. Dennis, if what happened in the video is something I'm misunderstanding, Denizen needs to address what happened that day. That's how you make this better. Not go around and dismiss it as me lying and them doing nothing wrong. And y'all talk about wanting to build a community that helps people be better and accountability and virtue and stuff. Well, it starts with Denizen. And when people take actions like he took, is it accountability for everybody but Denizen? Is he exempt from this community of becoming a better person? Because you and
No.
Denizen both, I've seen it. Y'all are both capable of operating at a very high level, way better than what's been happening on these streams. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's the influence of Dutchy or what, but I don't know why this is the path. I thought we were all going to do something more elevated. And
That's
then,
the
like,
goal.
days later, it's devolved into this kind of drama where Denizen's gaslighting, everybody's protecting Denizen. I'm getting called the liar. People are using me for content on Denizen. That's the opposite of what the vision I had in my mind and the potential that I saw for us when this started, and how it went from that
I'm
to
not
that in
I'm not
like two
sure how.
days.
Like, you got to explain to me the whole using for content thing. I think, like, when you spend a lot of time with somebody, well, I mean, I guess it's
I could
different for
tell you.
me because I spent like every day with you, you know, for the last like 6 months, 5 months or whatever. So it's different for me because your name and and the thought of you comes to my head more than it comes to other people's head, and it's not like I want to fuck with you theory.
Well,
Like,
this
I don't
this
know.
is what I meant.
I don't
This is
understand. Like, I don't get why the big problem, and I think that's the problem I'm having is like I don't understand. And if you can help me
I
understand
will.
what Denizen, like what about him is so bad, like then
Well,
I will.
I made a video about that. So
But I
this
didn't understand the
all you have to
damn
do is watch
video.
that video and then address whatever in the video you don't understand or think is wrong or
Okay,
confusing or
okay,
whatever.
we could do that. Like, we could do
Okay.
that like privately or whatever.
But yeah,
I'll
privately.
watch it and go over it
Don't do it as
because
content.
no,
But
because
as far
I'm
as the
serious about trying to understand. Like, I want to
I'm going
understand.
to help you. I have a very specific example. This is exactly what I had in mind when I said it. You mentioned Satanism and the government and the taxes and conspiracies and all, we've talked about that. I've known we disagree. I didn't realize it was as much of an issue as it was for you because one of the times I was on the stream, you were telling Denizen and them you would two things were happening. You were trying to convince yourself that Denizen was this really good person at heart, and Denizen himself was even telling you, "No, Moose, I'm not like that." So you were like trying to see Denizen better than he was, and at the same time, you were talking to them about how you were struggling with my Satanism sometimes, and I'm like, I that's the first I'm hearing it. I did not realize that you had as much of an issue with my religion as you did, and that it was this barrier. And I felt like Denizen was getting a pass, and I was being held under a higher level. Like I didn't give you any reason to struggle with me as a person at all, but just because of my religion, it made you doubt me. But Denizen, even though he actually did something to give people reason to doubt him, you were so willing to give him a free pass, and I didn't understand that disparity. So then when I asked you about it, you said, "Oh no, that was just for content." Like I don't always mean when I'm saying stuff, I don't always mean
Well,
it. That was just for
well,
content. And I'm like, so you were
yeah,
creating a fake fight about my Satanism for content on Dennison's channel. And I'm like, that's almost even worse.
not really creating a fake fight. I mean, it's 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 not as serious as it seems. Like it's uh like the whole Satanism thing is not that's not that big of a deal. The status thing is the hardest part. Cause
Oh,
I
see, I
I'm
didn't even know
so
that because
I'm
on the
so
stream you
far.
were talking about the Satanism and how much of a struggle it was, and I'm like, I didn't realize. I honestly didn't realize that it was causing that much
Well, because I'm
Well,
cool
that's
with
of a
you
barrier
being a
for me.
Satanist, because the person you are, right? Because I've kind of got to like I got to know your personality or whatever. We mesh well together, but I'm not like I don't know. I just like I don't envision a lot of Satanists being like Jeff, being down to
They
earth,
aren't.
being
I
able to
don't
have
think
a
they are.
conversation like this. Like I don't know. I don't know why I have a problem with it.
I
Um,
know what the sticking point is. It's what you brought up a minute ago. It's the same with Denizen. It's the anti-government. I'm locked into my thoughts, so therefore anybody that is anyway pro-government is a bad guy.
What
It's
I'm
like
being
the
punished
flat
for,
Earth.
it's just
Yes,
anti-government. That's ultimately once we
that's
peel back all the
that's
layers, that's what's going to be
that's
at the
what
bottom
I
of it.
think.
You
That's what
might
I
be
think.
right.
I think I'm a fence sitter, and that's what kills me the most. Is because it's like it's hard to explain, but I do respect the police, but I don't like what they do. I don't respect politicians, and I think they're all corrupt, and I think a lot of them should be taken care of, like thrown in jail or all kinds of things. You know, so it's like I don't know, but at the same time, I'm okay with it. Like I like the life we live, but I know that others have to suffer because of the life we live,
And that's
and
always
so
going to be anywhere.
which is I'm always having that moral dilemma kind of thing, and then when it comes to like the group that we're trying to create, you're pretty into your religion, and I'm not into a religion.
I'm not that.
I don't
So
see that from Jeff. I don't see that
you
from Jeff.
don't, you
No, I
don't.
I
don't.
mean, I am. It's
I
it's
mean,
important
you
to me. It's not
advertise it
going
at
anywhere,
least.
but
You
I
advertise
don't.
it.
Oh, you like the branding of it?
I don't know.
The
I
antler?
don't.
Is it the
It
antlers?
really all of this stuff really doesn't make that much of a big deal in the grand scheme of things.
It's the
I think it's
government stuff.
it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time for people to be mad at each other. But if you can show me how Denizen is being purposely manipulative and trying to cause havoc and stuff, then I will,
I,
like
I'm, I'm
snap his
not. I'm
neck.
not. I'm not accusing him of intentionally. I'm not assuming any kind of intent on his part. I'm just describing what happened on that stream. But that video is the place to start because I do all of that on that video, and I just assumed
Yes,
everyone watched it, and then that was the end of
I
the issue.
did. I did.
Because you were even there that night, Chuck, and you were
Yes,
seeing the
yes,
same thing that the rest of us. So
yes,
you were even
yes.
seeing, and I feel like Denizen was clearly the bad actor that night. I'm the one taking the fall for it and getting punished.
It's the governmental issue. I'm telling you, that's what it is. And
So
I'll
they're
probably get.
not ever going
I'll.
to be able to ultimately form a community and build the kind of trust and connection they need to build because of the government stances. That's always going
I.
to be in the way.
I think so.
You could be right.
You got to have an open mind. I try to go into every conversation with an open mind. I try to absorb. If you change my mind, fine. If you don't, fine. It
D-
doesn't matter what I believe. You're free to believe what you want, but don't force feed me.
Denizen did say that he knows he can't have those kind of conversations with me, and he goes out of his way to not have it. It was Dutchy that was throwing that golden apple that day, and
But
she knew that
but
too. Dutchy knew what happens when Denizen tries to have these conversations, and she knew that the topic she brought was going to lead to that because she admitted all of that on stream, and she is an admitted troll.
Okay.
uh
So now I get it. Now I get it. Okay, I get it. I get it. It just finally clicks for me. I didn't realize that she brought the topic up to it. I replaying this in my mind. I honestly didn't catch that. I didn't know that she purposely tried to cause drama.
I don't know if she purposely, but she definitely admitted to knowing the likely outcome of her bringing up that topic, and she chose to bring it up, even having that knowledge.
But even then, I think that we could all get over this. Like that's how I feel. I
No,
don't think
I am
that.
never going to trust Dutchie. She's a
Well,
troll,
no,
and
I'm
you
not
never know
saying
when
not to
she's
trust
trolling and
her.
not. And you cannot ask me to trust somebody like that. Plus, that is not good. That is not going to build the kind of community I'm trying to build. To have somebody like that in it, it's just not. I can tell you right now, not going to work. And
and
Dutchie may even be the reason this is happening because Denizen and I, when we're by ourselves without Dutchie, have some of the most amazing conversations that I've had on the stream. And you could go back and watch them. They're all captured. Denizen and I can really connect at I think at a very deep level and a very high level. It's when Dutchie's on the scene that somehow I was shocked that day that Denizen did that because I thought we were closer than that. Like I was surprised that with all of the trust we were building with each other that he would turn around and blow all that up just to have that conversation. But it was Dutchie that instigated all of that. So
I
so
did
this
not
this
realize
could all be a Dutchie a troll effect.
and I
But
But
do
did
you
not
see the
realize
effect
they
it's
were
having on the
friends.
community already?
okay, but like the thing is like, isn't it good to have some like heavy conversations like that? I mean, it wasn't good that it blew out of
It
proportion, but
wasn't the conversation, it was the gaslighting and the Dorvo and the attempting to impose their reality on everybody else when we could plainly see that that was not the reality. That is a tactic that abusers use,
all right.
What is Darvo?
manipulators, narcissists. That is not something that I want my brand associated with. That's not something I want in my community because it's going to be used. It's going to be used against other members in the community and erode the community. That's bad stuff. I don't know why
I,
Denizen did it. Denizen could tell you that. I'm not assuming any kind of ill intent. I'm just saying the behavior itself is not does not contribute to what I'm trying to build here. It's one of those red arrows that's going to cause it to go in the other direction. You could see what it's already doing.
Jeff, what's Darvo, if I may ask? I'm on my phone, otherwise I'd look
It's
it
an
up.
acronym for deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender, and it's
Ah,
what
gotcha.
it's when the abuser tries to make it seem like you're the one causing the problem, not them, and they completely reverse reality and the status of victim and offender in the process. And there's an example of it on that stream, and Denizen is the one doing it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
not only that, when I played the stream, other people in the comments were saying, "Oh, yeah, he's done this to me too. I was on a stream with him when we said something and then he pretended like it wasn't said and we had to go back and rewind the stream." So this is a pattern with Denizen too. Where's his accountability in this amazing community? All right, I'm going to bring on panelists if that's okay.
Sure.
It's
Unless
all
we
good.
Okay.
I try
Well,
to I try to be open minded.
Ah, Zatoichi.
what's up, guys? We were
Boy,
Salute, Jeff.
girl.
Yes.
Salute.
So
sorting out some
if
drama.
Chuck was right, it's about the government. I would have been dogpiled by Denizen and Dutchy by now. So that's not the issue. I'm a Christian globalist. I'm
Well,
all for government as long as it's not
What do you
Hank,
think
let
the
me ask you
issue is,
this.
Hank?
What's up?
What do
Zach,
you think
salute.
the issue is, Hank?
Wait, real quick before that. Hank, let me
Oh,
ask you this.
okay.
Are you and Denizen able to have conversations about the government?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not just the government thing then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
not
was
just a
wrong.
government thing. Unfortunately, I do think it's just some more sensitive than a lot of people. He's more sensitive than me,
So
for sure.
it wasn't the gaslighting, it was my sensitivity. I'm just too sensitive to people manipulating other people's reality. So Denizen's completely innocent and blameless. He didn't see the
I wouldn't
dismiss.
say
This is
that.
the normal
No,
right here. What Denizen did gets downplayed, and the problem shifts to my sensitivity level, not what
I
Denizen
did.
did, not his action.
I
All
disagree.
right, all right.
Jeff,
Well, Chuck would agree if we were talking about Talcott. So Chuck is
What?
biased.
This has
If
nothing
we
to
were
do
talking
with
about Jack Talcott,
Talcott.
he'd be on my side.
Yeah, I
I
don't see
love
the
Talcott.
Talcott thing either.
yeah,
Don't
Jeff, don't get
Hey,
elevated,
Mike.
bro. You have a great
don't
platform, man.
deflect.
You have a great platform, man. And the thing is that no matter if me and you have different religious beliefs, and that's cool, we have different beliefs, but we talk to each other like human beings. But all I'm trying to say is people like Dutchy, people like that, the ex guy, they gaslight and they try to get drama out of you. That's bro. She's been chasing me for almost 2 years.
Dutchy?
I'm telling you straight up, bro. That's the
I
truth.
don't trust her one bit. I
Yeah,
think she is bad
yeah.
news for any community she slithers herself into. Look
Yeah,
at
that's
what
what I say about Chuck.
happened when she became involved. Just like
That's what I say about
within a
Chuck.
week of her involvement.
She'll come up on panel. I'm on a panel, right? She'll come up with her little goons. It's like a little goon
Mike,
squad. You know what I mean?
Mike, don't make it about you, Mike. Don't
Hang
make
on,
it
Chuck.
about
I
you.
was just
Let
gonna
him
say, I love
talk.
how Mike plays the
Let him
victim.
Finish
talk.
my
He's
sentence.
talking about
Yeah,
Dutchy and
yeah,
her goons. He's
have
not
another
even
beer.
talking
Have another
about
beer.
him.
So they come up with a goon squad and they try to attack you because anybody, Jeff, anybody with a positive platform, they can't take it. They go crazy because they're all about negativity. That's my take on it. Go ahead, Jeff.
I don't trust the thing Mike says. In fact, what I want you to do is put your squad together and come at me because I could take more than all you to put together. I'm out of here.
Wait, you come
What
at
is
me,
wrong
but
with
I'm
you, man?
leaving? Come at me,
Yeah,
but
Like,
not right
I'm
now.
gonna leave. I don't trust Mike. I don't trust Chuck. I'm getting out of here. But you can all put your
Yeah,
heads together and come attack me.
Yeah, I
Go
think
I
away.
just need all
this is some
yeah.
eroded trust, and it's because of what Mike said. And it started when Dutchy came on the scene. That's when because Dennis and I had a perfectly fine. We had a rocky start. We built up to a good relationship, and it was
Yeah.
when Dutchy came on the scene that all started to get eroded.
Jeff, I can tell you one thing, just my observation, my opinion. She's a master manipulator. Like
She's a
she
troll.
manipulates people.
Yes,
So
she
am I.
admits that. She fully,
So am
openly
I. Don't
admits
get
that.
out of here,
Hank, you ain't shit, bro. Go
I
away.
thought trolls are funny though.
Mike. You're an idiot, and
yeah,
I'm out of control here. Bye,
I
Mike.
don't
Hank,
trust.
I
Okay,
thought you were
Hank. All
going.
right, Hank. Sounds
I
good.
don't trust Mike no more than Dutchy.
Have
You
I
think
ever
he's lying
disrespected
about
Jeff?
what he's saying?
Have I ever disrespected?
Well,
No. Have I ever
I know.
disrespected Jeff?
Nah, I'm not talking about Jeff. I'm talking about I've met
I've always
you
been
on a couple
respectful.
of other panels, and you were way out of line
With what? With what, Jeff? What, Chuck?
with your. You thought you were a superior being that had all knowledge of what everybody does, and you tried to interject yourself in the things that did not concern you. But yet
So give me
you were.
give me an example. Give me an example, Chuck.
There was a time on Flow State when Flow State and Lindsay were trying to make up, and you interjected, and all you managed to do was make things 1,000 times worse because you were simping on the female side. You started coming out with all this therapy talk that had nothing to do with the problem that was going on.
Is that
And
bad to
then
give someone advice? So if to give someone advice, Chuck, is
when
that
you
bad?
don't know the situation, to interject yourself into the middle of it makes the
Right.
problem worse. I know, I've done it.
So if you're on
I'm
a panel,
guilty.
no, it's okay, Chuck. So if you're on a panel, don't you have a say in what's going on if you're on a panel?
No,
Oh, so you
On
have no
this one,
say.
the
he
host.
does. On this one, he does. And do you think that
Okay.
he's jumping into something not related? Because it sounds like he has experience that's similar, so it's information
Well,
that
it
adds
sounded
to
to
the.
me like he was. It sounded to me as though he was trying to dog on Dutchy
Yeah,
on
well,
his
he should
personal
be.
experience.
Everybody should be dogging on Dutchy because she needs to be exposed as the troll she is. She has a negative effect on communities. Just like Mike said, when you're trying to
Yeah.
do something positive and healthy
Can I
and
ask
Dutchy
you?
shows up, it turns in the other direction. I've seen it happen at least 3 times with her. And then Mike's
Can I
saying
ask a
something similar,
question?
so that's additional anecdotal data points. And
That's it. You know,
Was
what's
it
your
the same
investment in
show?
defending Dutchy?
I'm not
so let me,
defending Dutchy.
No, Chuck. What's Chuck's interest in defending Dutchy?
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to defend Dutchy. What
It
I'm
sounds
Was this the same show that started
Dutchy.
off
You're
with
not coming up.
What's his name? Well, why don't you address it with her then?
No, I gave my reason. I gave my reason in that video, and I gave him just now. I don't trust her, and she's a troll, and I don't want her in my community. I'm trying to keep out the
Okay.
elements that contribute to the opposite of the type of community I'm trying to form here. That is the answer. That is the gatekeeping for this panel. That determines who comes on the panel and who doesn't. Can you contribute to this community moving in a positive direction or not?
That's
Dutchy
your right.
cannot.
100%. That's your right to run your channel how you want it.
But Chuck
And this is
doesn't.
when I say I don't trust. I have trust issues. This is what I'm talking about right here. I'm not sure. Like, are you more committed to what I'm doing, or do you have some loyalty to what Dutchy's doing? I don't know. I can't tell because I there's arguments for both sides. So then I get in this confusion state.
Yeah, I am not trying to.
She was on a few panels. She was on a few panels that I was on, and she got removed. That's all I'm going to try to say.
I've had to remove her every panel she's been on.
I've known her for a long time, and I gotta say, she's trouble. Wherever she goes, she carries that trouble around. But I'm not trying to get up here and bash on her. I'm just saying that from my own experience. But
there you go, brother. He's spitting facts. That's all I can say.
But
spitting facts.
I mean, other people do too, and they're up here. So, but I'm not here for that.
But she goes over the edge. You know what I'm saying? She goes into really just harassing and tries to turn people on each other. It's like that. I remember one time we were on a panel, right? And there was me and someone else, and they said, "You must be a very miserable person." And she went crazy because I've never seen her come on a panel and say, "Hey, how's your day? How's it going?" Like I come on the panel, right? Jeff, salute guys. Hey, everybody, how's your day going? You know, I hope everybody's doing great. It's just chaos. She brings chaos.
She's an attention seeker. She causes craziness to have people pay attention to her. Is what it is. And it's clear. Like everybody could see it. You could read it from a mile away. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, can I ask you, how tall are you?
How tall am I?
6'2".
Yeah.
I'm 6'3".
6'3"?
Added another one.
I just saw a video earlier that showed a post that you put where you said you were 6'2".
I'm 6'3".
Oh, I said it.
Well, 6'2 and a half. So I mean, if you want to call it 6'3".
Okay. Yeah, now it's a half. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No,
depending on what shoes he's wearing.
Chuck. Hang on, real quick, Chuck. I thought you dropped off. You were in the middle of talking, and then you just dropped off. I thought it was your connection. I did not kick you at all. So if you got a message saying something, I don't know what that was. Please come back up.
And I can jump. I can tell you that.
I thought he left too.
How tall are you?
Me?
5'7", and built like a fucking brick house.
I'm 5'10".
You're a little guy.
Yeah, little guy, but I'm also a real black belt.
So I guess
black
we're on
belt
Mike
what?
now. Mike, you're in the hot seat.
Jeff, I'm just playing around, man. I'm having a fun day, trying to get my mind off some shit.
No, it's okay. What are you black belt in?
I told you this last time. I'm black belt in Kenpo Karate.
Okay, so how long did you study? How long did it take you to get that black belt?
10 years.
10 years. Okay, that's
Mhm.
awesome. I'm happy.
How long did it take you to get yours in judo?
25.
Probably. I didn't take it full time all the time. So it was, it was sporadic. It was only a couple days a week. That was like always, but a little over 20 years. And I'm a 2-dan, so I'm a second degree.
Oh, you are really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
I got
second
my
degree, actually. But the thing is, why did it take 20 years when the average judo belt takes 6 years? And if you're a really terrible student,
because when you're younger and you have the time, you get a black belt. But then when you have family, you have 4 kids, you have all this other stuff going on. You can't really go to class, but like maybe once a week.
I went to class twice a week, just like you. And I practiced every day, and I got my black belt in 10 years. And that's when they actually
That's great.
took it
That's great.
seriously.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. That's great. Happy for you.
And the last time you questioned me and said that I didn't know Ed Parker, the father of American karate, the guy who
I
brought
don't know
it
what
to
you're talking about, man. Let's go ahead and flip it back to something positive because it's going negative again. Let's just flip it back.
Yeah, let's get it positive.
Yeah, let's keep it positive.
Is lying positive?
Yeah, you're going to negative again. That's what you always do.
Uh-oh, what happened? I stepped away for a few seconds.
No, Jeff, he's just going negative. He's trying to be personal. That's all.
Jeff,
He's here to.
I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions.
I already answered your question.
Chuck,
I already
what's
answered
up?
it. You keep asking the same question over and over again.
Well,
So-
because the answers vary sometimes. So
Okay,
He doesn't
sounds good.
trust you. There's some people that don't trust you.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's move on to something else.
That was
Jeff,
weird.
let me
I
ask
only,
you this.
I only
Jeff,
typed like
I-
once, but look at all
Let's
the
flip
shit in
the
the
script
chat.
here.
Never mind.
Jeff,
Jeff, I think.
What
Dang.
do you think about the Olympics?
Wait, go ahead. Wait, let me let Chuck get in. Go ahead, Chuck.
I'm using StreamYard on my Android phone, and I think it's a glitch in StreamYard. I think it's a default message or something. I wasn't accusing you. That's why I said I don't believe that you did. I believe it's a glitch.
I
Because I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in you.
well, it looks like you're driving too, so be careful. I
Yeah.
remember what happened last time.
No, I'm just sitting in the car. I had to take a break. It's like 105 out here with the heat index. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But
Yo, Chuck, it's like 98 degrees over here, bro. It's hot as fuck.
oh, I know. Everything's burning up. But back to the program.
Jeff, do you think, in your opinion, because you love all people, of all different genders, right? Do you think it's
Not
okay
really.
for a man to fight a woman, to fight a woman in a boxing match?
Oh,
What?
you talking about that
No.
incident, that story that just happened?
Why, is that what
It
you
seems
wanted
a
to
little
say?
unfair. I would defer to the
It's a
experts,
fake.
but to me it seems
I
unfair.
think it's a fake story. I think it turned out it actually was a woman. She just had high testosterone,
No, it's a
if I
biological
remember
man.
it right.
It's a biological man, brother.
Let's see. That
They-
should be
they-
the fact check. Let's see.
Yeah, they say otherwise.
No, bro. The Olympics is letting transgender people fight women in the ring. Now I understand that.
Is
like,
it Iman
some-
Khalif
Wait a minute.
from Algeria?
Jeff's looking it up now.
Who is
Yeah.
Iman Khalif?
I
Algerian
understand the
boxer.
swinging- Yeah, but like boxing, that's
25.
physical combat. You should not have a man punching a woman. That should not ever be able to be allowed.
Well, let's make sure it's a man first.
Okay,
But
this
hold
is
on.
from
hold
the
on.
International Olympic Committee spokesperson, Mark Adams,
What?
saying she was born female, was registered female, lived her life as a female, boxed as a female, has a female passport. This is not a transgender case, he says.
That's strange. It's strange that she has an Adam's apple and is twice the
Oh.
size of. Yeah, kind of strange. Yeah, kind of weird. But I just wanted to see if you thought maybe that was okay, because I think a man should never put his hands on a female. That's just what I think.
I don't. If
I
they
went.
hit first, if they hit me first, I don't have that rule.
I kicked my
Uh,
brother's ass for doing that.
I let my
Yeah.
ex break my nose. She hit me like 5 there
What?
and
Just
took
out
like
of like
Your
chivalry?
I
mic cut
spit a bunch
out.
of did a bunch of blood in her face and was like screaming at her and shit, but I didn't touch her. I can't hit a woman. I just don't have it in me.
I can hit
Yeah.
But
anybody
yeah,
I
she
want
broke
to.
my nose.
You
That
just,
was a
you
long
just
Yeah,
story.
my daddy taught me better.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just restrain them. You just restrain them, and you put them down, and you just you
I mean,
restrain
you
them.
act like a bitch, you get treated like a bitch, but I'm not gonna hit her. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
if you escalate to violence, I will use violence back.
I never had a
That's
woman hit me ever in my life, but I mean, I would never want to be put in that situation because you never know what can happen in that situation, the heat of the moment. But thankfully, it never happened to me. But it's one of those things where there are crazy women. There are women that are off the hook, and men
Are
have to
you still
defend themselves.
married, Mike?
No,
no.
I was married, but now I
No,
have.
he's dating a black Filipino well,
Up, doll.
Kamala Harris?
Stop.
sorry.
Okay, so
That
my
was,
current
that was that was a joke. That was a
no,
joke.
that's all
Calm
right.
down.
My ex-wife
Oh
is
shit, it
Filipino
did.
and Puerto Rican. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. You asked me a question, I'll finish it. My ex-wife is Filipino and Puerto Rican, but my current girlfriend is African American. That's all. That's all I said.
She doesn't like you because you won't put it in her ass. That's for sure.
Okay,
Sorry.
hang on.
Sorry.
Well, that's pretty
I'm trying to
Wow.
disgusting.
keep my channel here.
Told it. He's the one who got all weird
That's
about it.
gross.
I'm
Gross.
sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting, man. Pretty disgusting. Your mental
I was
illness.
waiting.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm really trying to have a different type of conversation
I'm
here.
Jeff,
sorry,
So
sir.
Jeff, did you read that article the other day that I sent you? Do you have any
remind
thoughts
me
on it?
of it.
About they think they found a clue to autism.
Oh,
Was
what?
that you that
Where
said
did
it?
you?
I know Jack sent me
Yeah.
one about the twin study.
No, no,
Maybe I
no.
didn't read it.
It was from Newsweek.
Was it in Discord?
I put it
Yeah,
in back chat that day.
Oh,
they're
let me
saying,
look.
and
Let
they're
me
also
look at
saying
my
that
search.
they're also
I'm
saying that.
sorry.
Very good. They're also saying that Alzheimer's might be hooked into diabetes and blood sugar levels. In other words, it affects your mind. So yeah, it's there's all these different studies coming out now about how these conditions develop. Where do these conditions come from?
Well, I know at one time they was talking about how the aluminum may play a factor in the dementia
Yeah, that's
realm.
why I stopped
You
smoking
know,
off of foil. Like
from
stuff.
the aluminum cook pans and stuff,
And the aluminum pipes, like
and the aluminum cans.
homemade
Aluminum is in
pipes.
deodorant.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
smoke
I stopped using deodorant one time because of that. It had
I got
16
aluminum in it.
years.
I burned my armpits. I got blisters under my armpits one day. I went in for an MRI and I didn't realize there was zinc oxide or some sort of metallic aluminum oxide in the deodorant.
Mhm.
And you're not supposed to have metal on. And it burned my armpits.
No, you're right, Chuck. You're right completely. I mean, yeah, they were putting the metal in and it goes into your skin. It goes into your blood.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're poisoning us. You're taking metals into your blood and you're getting poisoned basically.
All right,
Well,
bye, Ashley. Nice seeing you today.
there's been no specific things attributed yet. They're still searching.
Yeah.
It's like a race for cancer, a race for Alzheimer's, a race for diabetes. They still don't have clear cut answers on a lot of things.
Sure.
What the fuck?
But in the
Oh, my.
meantime, they keep doing what they're doing. I got
Yeah.
you.
Very, very, very convoluted. You have all these questions for the medical, people, and they don't really have definitive answers for you. And they should know by now. With technology and with everything that they can study, we should have definitive answers, but we never have any answers because they want to keep us, basically on big pharma. If you gentlemen agree, they want us to keep taking all these pills they give us, and they don't do anything.
I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for pharma. Sorry.
Yeah, it's more like what Daniel Price is saying here. They actually can trace it's many symptoms and traits, so it's not just one thing. They can trace it to as many as 1,000 different genes.
Yeah.
Huh. That's
But I only pointed that article out. I thought you might have found it interesting. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
it
I have
wasn't.
someone.
It was about autism, and I'm all about autism.
I have someone in my family that is autistic, but they're very full functional. They're high on the scale, so they're functional. Well, he's functional, so he can still coexist and you know, and smart as a whip, but has a little bit of tics and things like that. But
What does he do for a living?
right now? Well, he's young. He's young.
Oh, okay.
So he's barely out of teens.
That's
So
the real
he's
test, is how successful you can be.
he's a manager of a Subway because he's only
Oh, okay.
he's barely out of his teens. So it's one of my relatives' son. So but he's doing great. And when you talk to him, he's the nicest kid. He's just sweet, everything like that. But he does have those things where he's a little bit different than other people.
Okay,
But
real quick, we have there's Brian O'Shea in the back. Does anybody know him?
What's up, Spike? Nice to see you, buddy.
That's one of Paul's.
I know Brian O'Shea. He's a POS.
Oh no, don't let him on.
Yep.
They're telling me no, Brian. I don't know you personally, but
I don't know.
I mean, he would make for some good drama content, but
no, we have plenty of material for that. Not today, Brian. Sorry, I'm gonna go with my team here.
Wow.
Yeah, he's one of Paul and Slave's flunkies.
Why are they coming here? What do y'all want here?
They're chasing.
I don't know. Who is that?
Do you hear Mike like doing that little kid?
Mike,
joke?
is that you?
What the hell?
That's my irritate.
That's when he laughs like an idiot. Him and Hampton.
We're trying to be grown-ups here, I thought.
I don't know anymore.
So what's the
trying to
subject?
as well. I don't know. I think I guess we've cleared up the drama. There's enough people, I think, that see the Dutchy factor, and I'm willing to put it down to that until I have a better theory.
Yeah. So Chuck.
But I do not trust people involved with Dutchy. So if there's people on my team that want to be involved with her, that is going to create trust issues.
Yeah, Jeff, she's been attacking me for like a year and a half, and like I'm telling you, like she was on, like she is just. I've never seen her be happy. I said to her one time, this is what I swear to God, I said, "Have you ever been happy on panel?" Shut up.
She's not here. Why are you talking about her like that?
Hey, why are you so white knighting for her?
I'm not white knighting. But this is exactly how the drama. Wait. This is how drama gets started.
Let me finish.
This is how drama gets started.
No, it's not. Jeff just.
Oh my God.
I'm telling Jeff
because for a year and a half, I was on panels and she's never been happy.
So
she's
never been happy.
She's always angry. She's always yelling at somebody. She's always negative. So Jeff is right. She's always negative. That's
Moose,
all I'm
what'd you
trying
say?
to say.
She came up on the panel and discuss because she was being discussed about.
Yeah,
and
I'm the one that didn't let her on. I don't trust her to have a discussion.
Which is fine, but we shouldn't be talking about her and not give her the opportunity to respond. And to think. No, I'm saying
she can respond. She can make a video. She can go comment on my video. She has opportunities.
That's the thing, though, is everybody wants to make this way bigger than it is, and it's going to continue like a Romeo Juliet thing.
I think
why not just let it die? Why not just cut the
Because I'm
topic off
watching
and let
what
it
the
die?
wave has done so far, and it's harder for me to minimize it because I've seen the effects that it had. I can't just like wave it away like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But all I was doing was identifying the root of this current drama, and I'm willing to move on from her. I just want to, on record, state, okay, we all understand what we're dealing with Dutchie here. It's not just me. This is a thing that's happening. She does it to other people. It's happened on other people's shows. It's part of a pattern, and I just want that on record. I'm willing to leave it there.
Did you know that? Did you know that she called me a pedo multiple times?
Well,
Did you?
probably. We're gonna assume she's trouble. She's a chaos
Yeah.
agent. She's a troll, but we don't have to spend the whole stream cataloging
And then
everything she's ever done. I'm
she
just
got
willing to
clear.
like have that acknowledged and move on from there.
Yeah.
I made a video of it. I posted it. If people want to comment, address it, talk to me privately in the Discord about it, anything. But I made that video specifically to be my definitive statement on the topic.
Sure.
So I think that's the best place to refer people if they have any further
No
conversation they want to have around it.
Agreed.
doubt. Zach hasn't said anything. Zach, what's up, bro?
What? You want me to say something?
What is your take on everything, Zach?
I don't know, man. What is your take on it? I mean, have you ever gone real life on anybody from this YouTube drama bullshit?
Me, no. Me
You
personally, no.
You
Yes,
sure?
I'm
You threatened
100%
to.
sure.
I've seen you threaten to.
Of course.
Wait, what about when he said got him to Nick about Nick?
Yeah, because 2 other people got him.
But didn't you said
And
you?
that was the Canadian girls because he threatened to K-word a woman.
I already know that.
All right. Back to the drama.
Yeah.
Like try to
on
move
the
on
with
to the
him.
drama.
He threatened to
onto-
K-word a woman.
What's up,
He
man?
threatened
What's
to
up, me?
K-word a
What's up,
woman.
Kane? What's up, Janet? How are you, Janet? How are
Yeah.
you doing, everybody?
He threatened to
Mr.
K-word
B?
a woman.
Is there a political topic, a philosophical topic, a mental health topic that we could all move on to, so that the conversation could not get mired in
basically what
drama?
they're doing now is in the chat, they're using my mother's name in the chat. That passed
Come
away.
on, Mike.
Who?
Mike, this ain't about you, Mike. Let it go.
Well,
Well,
the
You
you
chat
just
said my
said
mother
let it
is
go.
making it about him.
that passed away. Yeah. Real classy
I mean,
chat you guys.
Okay.
well,
look,
I'm not.
I think what I'm going to do. Hang on. I'm gonna prune the panel here. No offense, nothing personal. I'm just organizing my conversation. Let's do this. I think. All right. Is there a topic that we want to talk about that's constructive? Otherwise, I'm going to end the stream.
Well,
But this is a nice base for a conversation.
I want to ask you what you think happens after death.
I think nothing. I think okay. What happens? There's probably all kind of physical, chemical, natural processes that happen. But as far as your ability to be conscious of any of it, I think that ends at a certain point. So whatever, there's a point at which, and I don't even think it's the point of death. I think consciousness probably expires before the state of actual death. So when your consciousness goes, there's nothing else. There's oblivion. There's nothing to be. There's no way to be aware of anything.
I could agree with that because they say that when you're born and when you die is when your body releases huge amounts of dimethyltryptamine, DMT.
Yeah.
And you know, if let's say you're dying and you have this huge release of DMT in your brain and you think that you're involved in some sort of afterlife or some sort of other state of being, but then eventually when the chemicals stop doing their chemical thing, then it just goes into nothingness.
I used to smoke a lot of DMT.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't tried it. I did a lot of other stuff, but I haven't.
Man, I'm telling you,
DMT.
it's I think everybody should at least try it once. And I'm not talking like just take a hit. I'm talking like blast off and then like really get it so you could, because the experience is amazing. It opens up so many doors.
It puts you in your place in this world. You don't have an ego anymore. You don't think you're hot shit anymore. You don't try to impress people or build yourself up. It's because you realize that you're just nothing. You're a speck of dust on a speck of dust in an infinite universe.
That sounds so disempowering.
No, it's actually empowering
No,
because now you
yeah, it's
know you're finished.
empowering.
Now
It is
you
because
know
you're not
what
you're
you
not
are.
thinking about all that shit that you think about on the day to day. It gets you like you're just existing in that like I don't know in that moment when I was doing it. I don't know. It feels
But are you able to get shit done, like day-to-day stuff that you do have to
only
think
dude.
about?
I was
Oh
a
yeah.
heroin addict for 16 years, and I ended up going to prison. And when I got out, I started using DMT to get through like the kind of like re-entry into society because I did a lot of time, and it helped me with my anxiety and like my fucking like constant like fear of people, human beings. Are you laughing at me, dickhead?
No, I'm laughing at Daniel Price's comment.
How
Okay, I'm just
often
kidding.
how often did you do it? Was it daily?
Well, I would make it. And manufacture it. But yeah, daily. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. But DMT only lasts for like a couple minutes, so it's not like you're all fucked
Okay.
up all day. You know what I mean? Unless you take inhibitors or whatever. Like there's this yellow powder that I used to buy, which don't ask me what it was called. It has a weird name, but you could take that and it makes it last longer, the trip.
Yeah.
But
Monoamine oxidase inhibitor, they call it.
there he is.
MAOI.
Yeah, NMAO. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but what was I gonna say? But yeah, you get stuff done. I mean, it's not like you're just like brain dead if you're doing. You know what I mean? I would just do it like whenever my anxiety would get super high and like I couldn't handle it, I would just take a nice hit and fucking relax and just sit there for a moment and just calm, and then I go back to whatever I was doing.
Yeah, I mean, they call it the businessman's trip because if you have a lunch hour, you could do it at the beginning of the lunch hour, go back to the end of it, and give a presentation. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't last long at all. 6 minutes usually is the
No, I know. No, me, we're good. I know that he comes on my panels and stuff. We're cool. I was just called him Dick because I thought he was making fun of me. I was joking. We're good.
Yeah.
Megan's cool as fuck, dude. Or me, sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, me's come up before. Me, you can come up if you want to.
Is that me?
So, yeah.
Me, is that you?
Oh. I know that's. I don't have the DMT, so I go online and Spurg. That's my outlet.
Nice. I mean,
Yeah, I've
YouTube
heard of
was.
salvia. I didn't know it was. Is it related to salvia?
Yeah, oh yeah, but it's different. Salvia.
I don't like salvia. Salvia is like
evil.
I'm
it's
scared
like a
to do salvia.
dirty. You can get really. I had a really bad trip on salvia one time, and it fucked it from. Or excuse me.
Oh, it's fine.
I took like a
Salvia is dirty. It is a
2.5
very
foot
dirty
bong hit,
experience.
like fucking.
You've done it, Moose?
Oh yeah, I did salvia way back in the day. I was in the hot tub too, and my head fell back and I hit the wood, and it was like at night, and so I could see all the stars moving around in the sky, and it was pretty trippy for a while, but it's just really a dirty feeling. It doesn't. I don't know. I
How long
didn't
did it
enjoy
last?
Not very long. Like
Longer than DMT though. It's kind of I don't know. It's just
5 to 20 minutes or something, right? I mean,
it's like
been so long.
It's like a 3 to 5 minute high.
Yeah, but you feel weird for a long time after.
But your body, yeah, you could feel it like in your limbs and shit afterwards, yeah. Like in your head.
Yeah, so it just feels dirty for a while.
Yeah, dirty, right? That's how I would describe it.
Mushrooms, though, like after taking mushrooms, oh man, it's like a spiritual cleansing.
Spike, the scariest 7 minutes of my life. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, don't do DMT if you're not prepared for something like that, because if you could die from pure astonishment at what you're seeing, then you would, because it's like.
Does it stick with you when it like that sense of humility and ego loss? Does it stick with you after it's over as like a permanent life altering transformation?
It changed my worldview. It changed my worldview. That's the only way I can put it.
Me too. I could say it did me too, but like it takes a while. Like you got to do it enough, to really get it. Like for it to change you. Like they don't. But like if you smoke it for a while, it will for sure change like your view on shit.
It's like the spice from the Dune books and the movies. You know, Dune. It's like the spice.
Very opening, like eye-opening drug. Like,
Yeah.
anyways.
No, but anyway, so what about this concept? Like, let's say that God, as we know God, you know, is death. And death is nothingness. Because nothing is self-sustaining. Nothing requires nothing to exist. Nothing is, you know, infinite in its nothingness. So, like, you know, how is it that we exist out of nothing? And maybe nothingness found a way to observe itself, and that's what we are, is the eyes of nothingness. We get to see what nothing doesn't get to see. Does that
Whoa,
make
man. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, that's
I don't
cool.
know. I don't know how to explain it, but I have this idea of, like, you know, we can't define nothingness, and we can't define anything beyond our senses and our brains. And it's
Except with our imagination. That's where imagination and vision comes in, and I think that's what is more real or significant to people a lot of times than the sensory stuff.
Right. Like look at animals. Like we're able to like I don't know. I think about it like listen. Hold on, just a second. God damn it! Am I cutting out right now? My internet's like fluctuating like a fucking bastard right now. It keeps cutting in.
I saw where there's more solar flares coming, at least if you're in the Pacific Northwest. So that might cause stuff. It did last time.
solar flares, huh?
Yeah, maybe we had those like there for a few days. There was like this solar flare storm, and everybody's internet started to get glitchy. They say there's another one coming, at least in my area.
Well, all it would take is an electromagnetic pulse, and goodbye, freaking computers.
No, goodbye Paddleverse. Goodbye my entire social life.
Yeah.
No, goodbye digital drug addiction.
You're done.
Yeah, Chuck, that too, for sure. I've seen that.
But what
I
if
think it could be both. I think it's a tool and it's a technology.
I would say that I use drugs to face reality, not to escape it.
Yeah. Yes, I have. There's drugs I won't do to this day because there's demons I'm not ready to face that I know will become very vivid. Me, yeah, it did for like weeks afterwards. My internet was like going out like weak signal. I had to reset the router a few times.
I had no trouble with it.
Oh, did you glitch out, Hebrew?
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, you got quiet.
Oh, I didn't even. We had one last week. I thought like about a month ago there was one that was all over the news. Well, until we have a better theory.
Well, the thing is, how do we know anything? You know, we don't.
I didn't know anything until my consciousness started. Like, 2.5, 3 years old. Before that, I didn't even at birth. I didn't know stuff. I wasn't conscious of anything. So at some point, my consciousness started, and at some point, it's gonna not be there anymore. I'm not gonna be aware of it anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just won't be aware of yourself anymore, and that'll be it, I think.
Yeah, just like sleep. It
You're
happens with sleep.
Well, like Alan, I don't know if you're familiar with Alan Watts. He was a philosopher.
Yeah.
He said, imagine waking up, never having gone to sleep, and imagine being asleep, never having been awake. You know, that's what death is. It's like being asleep, never having been awake. You just don't know that you ever were
We're
awake.
never even gonna know we were here.
Right.
Life truly is a miraculous, mysterious thing.
And there goes everybody's concept of heaven and hell. Unless being nothing is a blissful state, then that could be what people call heaven. But I don't think there's any kind of a punishment for anything. You know, because on a cosmic scale, how evil is a human being? The most evil human being that ever lived, and I'm not going to say Hitler because that's bullshit, but let's say the worst human that ever lived. What could they do? What kind of evil could they commit on a cosmic scale? Nothing. They can't do. Their actions are nothing.
There's that humility.
Huh?
I said, there's that humility.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, human beings we're very, very small and insignificant. We're like insects almost.
Well,
So
at one scale we are, but at the scale we exist in, the human scale, whether we're ultimately important or not, we have to act like we are, or at least we do act like we are.
we do, and that's maybe erroneous. Maybe that's why there's a lot of problems in the world, because we think we're more important than we actually are.
I think a lot of amazing things have come from that too, though.
Oh, sure, science and technology and all these things, and making the world better for, you know, sick people, medicine. But
Like even if we're ultimately insignificant and just dust, we've done some amazing, like in the entire universe, in the entire cosmos. I think that we've done more amazing things on this earth as humans than I can envision it anywhere else.
yeah, but what if there's alien civilizations and then they've done things that
Well,
dwarf
we
us?
set a very high bar for them, I would say. I hope they're doing half as good as we are.
Let's see. Let's find out. I want to know.
I feel like they would have come for me by now if they were
Yeah,
out
right.
there.
Oh, I used to beg them to come for me. I would stand outside on a cold winter's night and I would look up at the sky and I would say, "Come on, come get me." You know, it's like, I want to know. I want to talk to you guys. I want to find out what you are. You know, and they never showed up. But I did see a UFO once in broad daylight, and it was so close I could have shot it with a bow and arrow. I mean, it was that fucking clear.
What did it
And
look like?
it looked like a silver tube, long silver tube, and it looked like it had metal plates that had been hammered together. It almost looked like a bad missile or
That looked
fucking.
like something like an Earth person would create. Did it have little green men in it?
No, man, but it had no windows or anything. It was just this shiny silver thing, and it was right there, and it was flaming from the front. The front of it was on fire. Flames were running down the side of it, and it was tapered in the back. It had like a weird little taper at the back, and it just was silently floating through the air as it's on fire, moving so slow. It's going here. I don't know if I can get it. It's going this slow.
It was like at the sky level, like where the
Oh yeah,
planes
no,
are.
no, it was like it was floating over a field, and we were on a road next to the field, and I would say it was about 500 feet in the air.
Was it daytime?
Oh yeah, broad daylight, and people saw this fireball in 3 separate states, and they heard a sonic boom in 3 separate states, and they said it was because of this object. They called it a fireball, but we saw it from the side. It was not a fireball. It was just this giant. It happened right after 9/11, and I thought that it was some kind of cheap Al Qaeda missile that somebody had, because it didn't look advanced. It didn't look like how you would expect a UFO to look. You know what I mean? It looked like it was from the
Look
1800s.
ratchet.
Yeah, yeah, it looked like it was from the 1800s. And my friend says, "What the fuck is that?" And I looked over expecting to tell him what it was, and I'm like, "I don't know. I have no idea what the hell that thing is." And to this day, I don't know. I'm not saying it was aliens. I'm just saying it was nothing like anything I've ever seen. You know?
I expect more from aliens than a little like homemade metal tube spaceship.
Well, I did too, but that's why I believe it was something different, because it was so weird. It's like it was weird, you know? I mean, it looked primitive made. It looked like, you ever see that show, The Wild Wild West, where they had all the movie?
Oh, like that science fiction it had like the robots.
Yeah.
I didn't see all of it, but I know what you're talking about.
When I saw this thing, it reminded me of something right out of that movie, because it looked like a sophisticated thing from the 1800s. I don't know how to explain it. It was floating. No visible means of propulsion, moving so slow. But that's my UFO story.
Oh. Man, well, I wish I had one even half as cool. I did.
Well, I'm just glad I got to see one, because now there's no doubt in my mind, you know, when the government says that they have these things on film and everything, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay. It's not so far-fetched, in my opinion.
It's all human made though. Like nothing came from outer space. There's no no one's coming to even if there's life, it's way far away and none of it's coming to us way out here in this corner of the
But what if it's from here? That's my thought. Maybe it's
the aliens themselves are from Earth.
Yeah, maybe they were the first inhabitants of Earth. Maybe they were an ancient civilization that developed technology and got wiped out, and now there's only a few of them left.
They were very good. Like humans are better than the aliens.
They got wiped out. We could get wiped out. You know, anything could happen to this planet at any time and just devastate 90% of life.
All right, Mike is back. Are you up for Mike?
Yeah.
I don't. Or we could keep the Mike. We're talking about aliens in conversation. So all right,
Plasma
he said
Void
he's here for that.
Plasma Void wants to know how long it was. I would say it was a good 400 feet long.
Great topic. Amazing topic. Fascinating. There's a lot of stuff coming out now about UFOs and you know, the theory is a theory, and I'm watching, and I'm only going off of what, you know, they're reporting on, that they're allegedly saying that the pyramids give off like electromagnetic energy. Did you hear that?
They've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
And at one time,
I didn't hear it, but
the top of the pyramids was coated with gold at one time, because gold is a conductor. So what are the pyramids? Are the pyramids really like a radio device? Are they just a burial ground?
Did you know that they were like when they were first built, they were so shiny, like that you could see them from miles and miles and miles away, like it was a big beam, you know, like the summit it'd be a big beam, and just from the erosion and stuff took away from that. But like the top like 20 feet of it used to be very bright, like really bright. You could see it from miles away.
Almost like in Vegas when they have like the lights that go up from, you know, from the
Luxor.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, they had to turn it down. It was so bright, it was interfering with the plane's ability to navigate and see. So they made them turn it down. You could see it from space. It was like the only light on Earth that you could see from space.
Yeah. The pilots couldn't see. It was like so bright. The pilots were like they had to fly around.
Wait, the Luxor? Is that what you said? That was the hotel?
In Vegas. They have the big beam of light coming out the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
And it was so bright you could see it from space. And they made them turn it down because it was interfering with the pilots.
And that's the biggest thing. I think the pyramids are so fascinating. I think they are. And you know, it's just, you know, how did they build them? Where did they come from? Was there technology that helped them, you know, upper technology, you know, because
I mean, look at some of the stone structures that they find where you can't even, they're so perfectly cut that you can't even fit a credit card between them, and even cannot replicate it. And you're talking like 40,000 ton bricks, you know what I mean? Right. And they're just like perfectly intricate, like perfectly cut. Like, it's insane.
This is the best. I mean, it's impossible. This is the best, bro. You ever guys look into the crystal skulls? The crystal skulls.
I saw the Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
So the crystal skulls are basically carved perfectly when there was no way to carve them that way. It's impossible. And apparently, allegedly, they glow at night. I don't know.
I've never heard of
And
these. I'm looking them up.
you know who's big into that? You know Dan Aykroyd, the famous actor Dan Aykroyd. He's really big into the crystal skulls, and he actually has crystal skull vodka. So look into when you get a chance.
I've had that vodka. Long time ago. It comes in like a crystal skull. It's cool looking, yeah.
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 Look into crystal skulls. They were apparently, and then they dated the crystal to thousands and thousands of years
Wasn't
ago.
there 6 of them, or how many? There's like a certain amount of them.
I think there's more than that. I think there's a whole
found-
bunch of them. Yeah,
Oh.
but
they found them scattered too, though, which is weird. Like all around, like.
And then you have Easter Island. How did Easter Island? How did they etch those? You know.
But you don't think it? You think it was something other than human just because we can't figure out how to do it? That other humans didn't figure something out somehow.
I mean, I think it's past civilizations that had a knowledge that we might not have, like had other, they just had other knowledge that we don't have.
Human knowledge.
Like yeah. It's just been
okay.
It's just been like, I mean, I think about it. If you open your mind and you can expand on how much your mind you use, you can. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but like, we could unlock. You know what I mean? Like, so who knows? I don't know. That's what I believe, but it's kind of a silly thing. But
no, it's not silly at all. It's not silly to believe and think and analyze what could be. And I think the biggest thing is anti-gravity. So no, gravity is what keeps us down, pushed down. And if you can manipulate,
I love Jeff.
If you can manipulate gravity, then you can lift things that are tons and tons and tons. If you can manipulate the gravity that's holding it down. And there's a theory, allegedly, that way back in the day when they were making the pyramids, they were able to manipulate gravity, anti-gravity machines. I don't know to be true. I'm just saying it's just a theory. They were able to levitate those stones.
It's certainly a theory.
Yeah, for sure.
Put them in place. Because you can't tell me that a bunch of dudes with clay and logs stacked that pyramid. Hell
no, it's a bunch of slaves.
That's exactly
no. The dudes doing it. It was the slaves.
No, listen.
They say it's physically impossible to move that type of weight on wood. It would crush the wood and it would destroy it into the ground.
And they weren't slaves. The people who built the pyramids, it's true. Like look it up and do a little more research, because the people, they built those for their debt, like for the pharaohs, like for the kings, and the king wanted to make it their own people, like architecture, and like all these people worked on them. Like they weren't slaves that worked on the pyramid. Look it up.
Oh, they were like actual construction workers.
Yeah, but what they built, what they had at that time, and what they built could never be reproduced. I mean, so all I'm trying to say is, did they have extraterrestrial help? Did they have technology that we don't know about?
We'd have to rule out a lot of more probable hypotheses to get to that.
Yeah.
Well, the Egyptians themselves said that they didn't build the pyramids. They said that they found it. The pyramids were built during what they call the age of Zep Tepi, which was different from the age of the Egyptians. The Egyptians pretty much just added on to the pyramids and other
I think that's a bullshit story, to be honest, because like I forget the one that made that one pyramid that collapsed in on itself and it's still there. It's like the little one, the one that's all fucked up. God, I can't think of his name. I know it too. Like he had a grand vision because he was like an architect. He was like someone who built things, but he was like the one who started that shit. He wanted it, as a status symbol, for people who were coming from the south, up the Nile or whatever, to see like this giant fucking thing. And all of a sudden you see like a giant fucking pyramid, wouldn't that trip you out? Like, whoa, what the fuck is that? And that's pretty much what he wanted. He wanted a resting place. And then it became like a status symbol, who could build it higher, like it shows your power, like how high you
like our skyscrapers.
Yeah. And then But yeah, but I mean, dude, there's a lot of those pyramids everywhere. They're just destroyed, like all the fucking grave robbing and all the fucking
Yeah.
they ruined a lot of that shit, man. And you know, they borrowed bricks to build other pyramids. You'd find those people, they didn't want to spend the time to make those things, so they would go out and take the fucking blocks and use them for a new pyramid. They did that a lot too. A lot.
And then you have all the stuff that's Aztec, all the Aztec temples where they're they're
I mean, that's
built
like
like.
wonder.
Go ahead. Yeah, you have the Aztec temples, and apparently, allegedly, which I do believe, they're finding pyramids in the Amazon, like that were overgrown. So these civilizations have been around for so many centuries, and
They have the
that would
LSU
be
mounds in Louisiana. It's these hills on the campus, and they're older than the pyramids.
I've been.
They're the earliest man-made structure in North America, I think.
Yeah, I saw that. I got to go there. That's so cool. Have you been there?
No, I didn't even. I've been to LSU plenty of times, but they just look like little
They're
dirt
just like
hills
big
on the
grass
campus. They have
mounds.
little sidewalks around them. It looks like you
Yeah,
could have a picnic on them, but they're the most ancient structure in North America, just sitting right there in the middle of campus.
I walked through there. It was cool. They're just like, and yeah, they don't look like nothing but just a dirt mound with some.
Here,
Cool.
Yeah, it's something else, man. You know, and the thing is that we don't research history to the extent where we believe what we're being told, but there's so much to unpack, as I would say, like in how these things were built, where they came from, how they were managed. It's just it's fascinating, man.
It's older than the pyramids.
Yeah. Well, it's like Graham Hancock says, we're a species with amnesia. We don't know our history. We don't know the whole of human history and where we came from. And we don't know the history of what happened before humans, like there could have been something else. There could have been another type of human that lived before us.
There were hominids.
Well, no, I don't mean that. I mean that developed the technology,
Well, they weren't very good. If we're what survived, they were very good. Like, well, we were the superior species ultimately.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been a flood. It could have been an asteroid attack. But I believe that Earth. I believe we've had multiple civilizations. This is what I believe. I believe we have multiple civilizations over the thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
Human civilizations.
Yeah.
Civilizations of an intelligent being, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah. So I believe we've gone through.
I think we have evidence of civilizations for thousands of years.
Different cycles, and there's a theory that they found Atlantis, because Atlantis used to be above Earth. That would have been another civilization that was very advanced and had all kinds of stuff. And then I guess the world flooded. I don't know. Like I said, I'm looking into it. But yeah, I mean, I believe this planet has been popularized and terminated multiple times. That's just what I choose to believe.
By humans.
By humans.
Like by waves and waves of human. Yeah,
yes.
That's probably.
Yeah. We work our way up. We get all cocky. We put our chests out, and then we destroy ourselves. And now we're going right back over again. It's like the progression of the moron.
Do you think it gets a little better every time, or is it just a horizontal cycle?
I think it's a horizontal cycle, man. I think that we're just, like I said, we're made to be flawed, and I think we're going to keep doing it over and over and over again. We're going to keep messing up,
But look at all the good stuff that's still coming out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at like just this technology right here that we're. Like what time in human history did anybody have the ability to do what we're doing right now?
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't know. There could have been time travel. There could have been bending space and time. There could have been we don't know like what the previous generations or civilizations had.
Yeah, but there would be evidence of that. I mean, there's evidence of stone tools. There's evidence of, stuff to work with. There's evidence that people leave behind. Why would they not leave their fucking plasma
Oh,
shooter
Hebrew,
portal opener open?
Hebrew,
Like
by me, Hebrews. Bob Lazar said that they found a disc buried at an archaeological dig. So
I
maybe
They
love
found a
that.
what?
maybe they did leave stuff, but you don't hear about it.
What did they find?
An intact disc at an archaeological dig. They unburied a flying saucer at an
Think about the
archaeological.
Smithsonian. What they have. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Bob Lazar is a very, very intelligent man. They tried to cancel culture him, but everything he says, I believe is true. I believe
Yeah,
it's true.
I'm behind Lazar myself. So
Yeah.
If I look him
I
up, is he
believe-
going to be this weird conspiracy theorist?
no, he's the opposite. He tries to stay out of the public eye.
All right, let
He
me see.
came forward.
American businessman and UFOologist.
Yep.
He looks like John
And
Bolton.
also- And also Dr. Stephen Greer. Look up Dr. Stephen Greer. Amazing.
And don't forget Dr. Stephen Strange.
Oh wait, criminal convictions was
Yeah.
arrested for aiding and abetting a prostitution. He's a pimp.
Hey,
This
Yeah.
was reduced to
just-
felony pandering, to which he pleaded
Hey,
guilty.
sorry.
And he had to
Got
do a community service, stay away from whores, and undergo whorehouses and undergo psychotherapy.
Zach, if you get a chance, look up Terrence McKenna. You ever listen
Oh.
to Terrence?
Yeah, I know all about Terrence McKenna.
But wait, there's
Alright.
more. In 2006, they got
you guys ever look
arrested
up
for
George
shipping
Knapp?
chemicals across state lines.
Mike, I thought
You
you
guys
hate
look
people
up-
who do drugs. Like,
You guys ever look up George Knapp? George Knapp? Oh my goodness, that guy has.
no.
And for George Knapp, he's famous for UFO stuff. George Knapp.
Well, Jeff, there's a documentary on Netflix about Lazar, and one that's even better is if you go.
How
to
can
the,
it still be connected?
If you go to the
Pictures
Joe
if it's your mom's phone. Weird. Dude, guess what just happened, you guys? So I lost my phone at the rodeo. I was working at the rodeo serving beer, and I left my phone there and someone stole it, right? I just opened my thing on my computer that I had it connected to, like my phone to, and there's all my shit's gone, but there's new photos of the people who stole my phone.
Wait,
So
what?
this guy, so I messaged the dude and I said, "Hey, phone back, or I'm calling the police," which I wouldn't do. I just said that, so he was it. So then he messages me back. He says, "Fuck you." So then I sent him a picture of him and his girlfriend, and then his cats and his dog and shit. And now he just said this to me. He said, "N-word. First of all, this isn't your phone. This is my mom's old phone. Second of all, motherfucker, I ain't nobody to fuck with." Well, if it's your mom's phone,
How did you get the pictures?
how am I getting all these numbers? How do I know all your text messages that you've sent since my phone's been stolen? Weird. And now he's like, do not contact me. Do not fucking call or text his phone ever again, dickweed. And then he blocked the number that I was.
Dude, get the
Not
cops.
even panel drama.
Sorry, guys. I just had to bring that up because this just happened like right now. That's crazy.
I would fucking
Anyways.
get the cops involved with that one.
You would or would not?
I would. And I
Do
don't
they
know
have
how-
technology that can find the guy at the phone?
Yeah.
Well, they can ping it.
They could ping it and find it right away.
Do you have that like find my phone feature?
I had it. I didn't have it activated at the time. That's what sucked. Like,
Oh,
but yeah. Not only did they steal my phone, they stole my backpack with my Canon Rebel RS in it, my favorite
I would definitely
photography
get
for years
someone
and years.
involved, I think.
And
I would try to find them myself and then rob them.
oh, I know right where he's at. Like by the pictures that I mean, like I can tell. I mean, like I know where he's at, but I shouldn't say that on here.
Maybe is he in the Chicago area? Maybe Joe Cool could go get your phone back for you.
No, I'm good on all that. I can handle my own shit.
All right.
Yeah, keep that off the internet, bro. just in case. Just in case. Yeah.
But yeah, crazy though, huh?
It happens. I had a person break into my car, and they stole my thermal imaging camera because I was doing restoration, no floods, and basically people have floods. You have a restoration a FLIR
Oh
camera.
yeah,
It's a military camera,
yeah.
and it's like $900, and someone stole it out of my truck, and I was able to track it down and get it back, but unfortunately it was damaged. They tried to pawn it, and then I guess when they wouldn't pawn it, he went outside and threw it on the ground and cracked the screen. So no, people do break into your house, people break into your car, stuff like that, But he actually ended up, and it wasn't just me. He actually ended up, I think it was 6 different cars that he broke into, and he got like 2
Well,
years.
yeah.
He got like 2 years in jail. Yeah. Go ahead.
That's it.
Mother fudger.
Yeah.
Why would you
He tried
do that?
he tried to pawn it at the pawn shop half a mile from my house. Of course, I'm going to go there and say, hey, if you see this with this serial number, let me know. And he got caught. He got caught red-handed. Oh my goodness, people are so stupid, man.
Are these the dumb criminals that are just like thinking in the moment?
Yeah, they're trying to get a couple $100 either for drugs or
they're just
alcohol.
dope fiends.
Yeah.
I gotta go, guys. But thank you for having me up, Jeff. And
Zach, it's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, man, it's nice seeing you. Maybe hey, come over to my channel sometime. We could talk about like that whole trippy shit. I like that.
Okay.
You have a channel, Hebrew?
Yeah, I just got a strike though last night or the night before, so I can't go live for a while. But
for what?
Zach, salute.
Do they? Oh, hey, Paul. Do they tell you what you get strikes for when you get it?
Yeah. I spelled the title. Okay, so I had a panel and it was like 2 hours long. Well, then someone was bitching in the chat that they couldn't get up on panel, so they kept bitching and bitching. I'm like, go create another account and come up. Like, I'll let you up. Like, it's okay. And they wouldn't do it. Finally, I signed out of my. I ended the live, signed out of my StreamYard, started up another live. Well, that person pissed me off so much that I made the title FK space U space and then their name. I got struck for that by YouTube, TOS.
Did they report you or an algorithm picked it up?
YouTube did it. Yeah, got it. And then what sucks is it's my second strike, and that's my one more, and I'm screwed. And that channel's actually getting a little bit of traction. Like people are starting to come in and hang out and stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm not too worried about it. So I created 2 channels last night, 2 extra ones, just to have a backup. But we'll see.
That's
it's lame, dude.
touchy.
Like I was so irritated about that.
Well, they cashapp closed my account because they said my phone number was associated with unacceptable activity or something, and this is the only place I ever use it is on YouTube.
See,
so
I tried to
wonder
tell
if
you,
it's
dude.
Because of channel content.
I tried to tell you. I tried to cash app you yesterday. Remember?
Yeah.
You
You were the one. That's how I found out because I went and tried to sign on to see what was going on, and they said this number is you can't use it anymore. It's associated with.
Because I tried to type your stuff in like 4 times and it just wouldn't even bring up your cash app. So I was like, fuck it.
They said I can create another account if I want, and I said no, I don't want to use your service anymore. If you just pulled my phone number
for
whatever's on my YouTube channel.
Nah, fuck
but they monitor that stuff, I guess. Apparently, they got it. They associated with something in their mind. Somehow, they found something.
Yeah.
Oh, he just said, "Go ahead, you fucking little punk. Call the police. I have the receipt for the phone, little bitch."
Wow, this is like real life drama.
Yeah, it's and the thing is this. Let me come up. The thing is that people take it too literal. They take it like this is like real life. The thing is that it's good to argue. It's good to have different points of view on things, but they go too far. They go so overboard. It shows how weak they are. When they. So if you have a view, Jeff, if you have a view and I have a view, right, and we have different views, I'm not going
They
to
can agree to
disrespect.
disagree.
You think about one thing, I think about one thing, but we're still cool with each other. We're still on
Nothing
panel.
wrong.
We're not disrespecting each other. We're just saying, okay, well, okay, but they want to go for the throat. But that's funny because the people that do this will never come on panel, because if they do, we'll destroy them. We'll just rip them apart. So they're cowards behind a keyboard. So I welcome any coward on a keyboard to come up and talk to me, Jeff, and Hebrew. Come up and talk. Just talk about what you're feeling.
Unless you come with a troll, in which case just stay in the comments.
That's it.
Colt, I'm interested in this. Tell me more. No, Abe, not. We've had enough drama today, believe me.
Yeah, so Abe is a sock account. Abe's a sock account. I know who it is. It's okay.
Yeah, if you're not sure if something I want, then I probably don't. I'm gonna trust your instincts.
Yeah, it's a sock account. Because there's honest Abe, and then this is a different variation of that.
Colt, you talking about me?
No, it's not. I know who Evil Abe is. Evil Abe's been around for a long time. It's not even close to Honest Abe. Honest Abe's, those are totally different people, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's two completely different people.
Well, what are you trying to say? That Evil Abe's trying to be Honest Abe?
Yeah, Honest
It's a
Abe
sock
is
account.
Honest Abe is different from Evil Abe. It's two different people.
My bad.
Colt, are you saying that I'm the trap? What are you saying here? That's the trap for us to come up and just talk.
Hey, whatever you want to do, brother. You want to have someone come up and talk? Put a banner up and have them talk, brother.
Yeah, but then it's people are using. They can then other people can come and use that content and repurpose it in other ways, and that might be what he's talking about.
You're right.
Right. That this is what I'm discovering. I'm up here to have conversations, get to know people, build community. That's my priority, and I'm very sincere about that. But there's some people where I don't know when I'm in a production or a bit or a troll, and when something actually authentic is happening. Like when, because sometimes people actually fake drama. They'll fake fights for content, that kind of stuff. And I don't know when people are. So there's this sense of unreality. I guess like people who live in Hollywood, and you never know when someone's acting or not, because everyone's acting. It's a town full of actors. And then so it starts to you start to I don't know, there's different modes now that people could be in. They're just not all in the same mode that I am all the time.
You're learning because you have a lot of apprehension. In other words, you have a lot of apprehension to where, who is this person, what's going on? And you have to
I'm starting to see what trolls can do. Like people that deliberate, I'm assuming it's deliberate, get some kind of perverse pleasure out of causing chaos in communities or seeing what
Jeff, the people that you can trust the most, are people that come up that don't put out content. In other words, they're just here to
trust
hang
Mike 100%.
They're just here to hang out with you and shoot the shit. They're not looking to capitalize on your content, because a lot of people that come up, they'll take your stream and they'll restream it.
I don't mind that. Like to me, once content is out there, it's public. It's available for the public to do whatever they want with. But it's when I have people that I think that I could trust, that we're working together on the same goals, that are doing it.
Sure. No, I agree with you. But there are people that will come up and they will basically try to create, like, hit the beehive, and then they'll clip it, and then they'll move it around because they have nothing to talk about. They can't come up like me, you, and Hebrew and actually have a conversation about the Olympics or about our life or our past relationships or our religion. They don't have that ability to talk about things. So they have to go, oh, did you see what Jeff said? Oh, it's just like, yo,
I'm trying to give an alternative to that. So, because I truly believe that there's people that want something more than that and are capable of more than that. So I'm trying to be the part of the panelverse that can offer that.
Jeff, I can hate somebody with a passion, which I don't really like the word hate, but I can not like somebody to the fullest. But I can sit down and have a conversation with that person without losing my temper or being a complete imbecile. Like I spent a lot of time in prison, and I lived with a lot of people that I didn't like. But you learn to adapt to your surroundings. You learn to like listen to people. People have different views. Why not? Like you're just doing yourself a disservice by not listening to that person, or I don't know, fighting with that person. Like doesn't make sense to me.
I said
Unless
this
it's pink
before.
Birdo.
I said this before. I think this is very profound. And whether you gentlemen believe me or not, people go to school to learn, right? People go to school to learn from their teachers or their professors. That's why you go to learn stuff. But I believe you learn something from everybody you meet every single day. You teach me something, Jeff teaches me something, he subjects me to looking at myself. So when you interact with people, you learn something about yourself and you pick up little tidbits from their life. And I think it's very therapeutic to interact with people. Communication is key. Communication is everything. If you were a hermit in a cave, you would never know anything. But we just have to be cordial. We cannot get along. Maybe I don't like you, you don't like me. But if we talk as cordial human beings, we're going to pick up something from each other. And I believe that. What do you gentlemen think?
I well, I believe that. I agree with that. I want to believe that, but it's the thing that Colt was bringing up is how can you tell the difference between that and kind of staged content?
Yeah, it's social media. Think about it. Like, think about if I was at a bar and Mike walked in, doesn't know anything about, walks up, sits down, and we just start having a conversation. We wouldn't know each other from Adam. But on YouTube, that whole like that fucking drama stuff that comes in with
Yeah.
it. So like, I might be like, "Fuck you, dude, fuck you," and then maybe like 5 years down the road, see you out of somewhere and like maybe help you change your tire or something on the side of the road. You wouldn't have no clue. So like you can't just like put that on someone, but like I don't see what the deal is unless you like are planning on meeting that person. Like I wouldn't be like talking about beating them up and all that shit. Like all that crazy shit people talk is
Yeah,
in real life.
that's a
Like
good point. That's a good point. And you have to you have to basically separate, YouTube words from real life. But the thing is that I've been on panels before where actually I've listened and I've talked to people and they've made me feel better. They've actually
Mhm.
taught me things. They've actually educated me on different things from their life that I was going through the same things. So it can be very therapeutic. But at the same token, some people want to bring you down and desecrate you and crap on you. And so that's what the issue is. You have to figure out who is good for you and who is bad for you. And that's the struggle. Social media can be a great thing. It could be an amazing thing. It could teach you about yourself, about others, but also can tear you down. But it's up to you how you interpret what's coming at you. Go ahead, Joe.
That is the difficulty, is how to interpret, because there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of dubious actors. It's not just like hanging out at a bar with
Yeah.
random people and having one-on-one conversations. There's other elements to it. There's people that play to each other and off each other and against each
Mhm.
other. And what I think is me and a person having a conversation is actually me and a person having a conversation, but then this person is slanting the conversation to this other person because they know that their channel does this particular. It just adds so many other factors that are not part of real life social
yeah,
interaction.
but then again, you are what you reap what you sow. Like people have like people. I mean, Mike, I'm not trying to pick on you, but like people see videos of like people see the things that he's done, people see where he's been, the people that he chooses to be around like earlier, and like a little bit and try to fix these. but people are not going to forget. It's YouTube. Videos are there. They're going to be
Yeah.
there, and it's hard to clean your name once it's been tainted. You know what I mean? So like, you can't just expect somebody to, just be like, oh yeah, okay. Like, we're not going to bother Mike when he's on panel, because that ain't going to happen. People are going to come in and say shit. Like, it's just how
I
it goes.
do see certain people though kind of getting a pass for things that they actually do,
Right.
that people just overlook, dismiss, ignore, downplay. So they're not consistent about it all the way around. Some people are getting treated differently in that area than
Yeah.
others.
You're right, Jeff.
Yeah.
So there are people that make videos about me, right? Entire channels that have threatened to K-word women, that have threatened to R-word women, that
But you
are
have.
just the most. No, I haven't.
You didn't say anything. I mean, you've wished death upon.
I didn't wish death on anybody.
Mm.
Well, I mean, if
Must
it's out there, I'm sure there's a clip.
must have been
What are we
AI. I
talking
can send you a link, Jeff. Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, do that.
they're doing now. They're doing the AI stuff where they make you say stuff, and you can
Wait,
see
it's
the
a
mouth.
deep fake? It's somebody deep?
Oh, look,
Yeah.
look. You
Okay,
think
I
all
want to
these
see
people
this
in the
for sure
chat? You
now.
think all the people in the chat are
Do you
lying?
imagine? Hold on, Greg. Do you imagine the lonely piece of shit that has to make fake videos about a guy they'll never meet for YouTube?
The troll.
Oh,
No, this is gonna level up the trolls. This is
I'll
gonna
be
be.
right
That's
back. Let
why I
me.
need to be even more vigilant now, because I think the trolls are gonna
Well,
get
I'm
kicked
going
up
after.
soon.
I'm going after some of these people, and it's okay. It's all in the works. It's all in the works.
Mike, don't go after
But
me. I'm just putting up what's out there. I'm not making
I'm
content.
not
I'm
gonna
not
have to do
putting
that.
content. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
that's what I love about. That's the one advantage the Panoverse has, is it archives everything more or less objectively, so people can see for themselves. It's
Sure,
raw
sure.
data,
I've
and then the
had
humans
so
can
many.
interpret for themselves.
If you want to come after me, that's cool, and that's cool. But if you're making stuff up and you're lying, not you guys. If someone is making stuff up and
Hey,
lying, and they're putting
Josh
your
Josh
name.
Lee just said it. I wasn't gonna say her name, but she was here earlier. You know me? That's who. That's right there.
Now,
That's who you
someone
did.
did send me a clip of him and me supposedly having an exchange, and I didn't see anything that raised enormous flags for
Yeah,
me in it.
nothing. So Megan was a moderator at Vegas Valley, and I was a moderator at Vegas Valley. So she basically started going off the rails, and then she got removed. And after she got removed, she went crazy. That's what happened. So
Do you have
and
that video, Hebrew?
it
I
got
haven't even
erased.
started looking. I'm trying to look
Oh,
into
okay.
my.
You can send it to me on Discord too. It doesn't have
I
to be
will.
now.
It's okay. It's okay. But listen,
Mike,
people get
like, you
bothered
chose
when
to
they
hang
lose.
around some really shady people back in the day. I mean, look where that guy is right now, and you know who I'm talking about, the main one. And look at like how you
Okay.
used to go out, and then you would come crawling back every time you messed up, and they'd let you right back over there. And you did some very very screwed up shit, dude. Like, I mean, I don't understand why
What
you just
guy?
can't be like, I don't understand why you can't be
What
like,
guy?
yep. And
Yeah, what guy? What guy are you
you
talking about?
say, I'm talking about Joe. You know who I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't know who I'm talking about.
Are you mad because you got kicked off the panel? Are you mad because you got kicked off the panel?
Who, me?
Okay,
I never
this is
I don't
drama
like
that's
Joe.
not even. I'm not even part
I
of
don't like
this.
Vegas
You
Valley. I
remember,
never liked.
so you on there crying saying you wanted to K-word yourself? Is that why you're mad?
Hey!
Never done
This
that.
conversation is
Never done
degrading.
Right.
Real
So
quick,
Jeff,
and I'll go. I got 1 minute. Mike came to my channel, got on my panel, and
I
me
have
being in
never been
recovery and my
criticized,
drug
Wait,
bro. I
addiction,
have
hang on. Oh,
never,
you
Mike,
cut out for a
Jeff,
sec.
I
You
swear
cut
to
out.
God, Jeff, I
and
swear to
being
God.
me
You
being
Wait,
in
have
Mike, hang on.
recovery,
never been
and
Mike,
then he
criticized.
decides.
Mike,
Then he
Mike.
decides to
Never
go over to
been.
Tommy's.
All right, Mike. I'm gonna back just a sec. I'm gonna bring you back, but I want to hear Hebrew.
I don't know. I mean, and Tommy, I have people who can. I don't know who has this video, but Mike, just he was like being really sympathetic to me, saying like, "Man, I'm really proud of you that you got clean, man. Heroin's a hard thing to kick." Like, so kind of, I was really uplifted. Like, I was like, "Oh man, that feels good," you know. He goes right over to Tommy D's TV and starts calling Tommy a fucking junkie and all this shit, like just being an asshole. Well, then so I'm like, what the hell? So I go up on Mr. P's that night. Mike shows up and starts everything that I said that he was sympathetic about. He came out and just fucking said the most meanest shit about it, and that was like 6 hours
He
later.
used it for content on somebody else's channel.
And this is what Mike does. Mike will do stupid shit, and then when people bring it up, he says, "Oh, I was just trolling. It's just a troll. I'm just a troll. I'm King Troll." And then it's supposed to be okay. Mike, that's not an excuse. Like, you don't know what someone's feeling, what they're going through at the moment that you decide to fucking make fun of them about their shit. Like, what if that was the issue, Mike? What if I wanted to, myself, and you said those things? What if, I mean, think about that, Mike.
I'm gonna bring him back, but I'm gonna say one thing
No,
that
I,
people
go
that
ahead.
vulnerable are taking a huge risk by exposing that in the Panoverse, just in general.
My channel was about my recovery coming out of prison. That's what my channel was
It never
about.
happened, bro. It never happened.
People are
I
people are
congratulated you
gonna
for that.
use that
I
against you, though.
congratulated you on getting better, and that was
Never
it. And we
happened,
left
Mike.
it there.
Never
We
happened. So
left
when
it
I
there.
prove you wrong, Mike, when I prove you wrong, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, banana. You're not even gonna. You won't even apologize because you're so fucking dumb.
So why are you so, bro? Why are you
Bitch,
so
bro.
unhinged?
Fuck
Why
you,
are you
Mike.
so
Eat a
unhinged?
dick, you fucking lame.
Hey.
Why are you so unhinged? Yeah. So Jeff, straight up, brother, straight up. I wouldn't lie to you. He's lying. He confronted me. I confronted him, and then we talked. And I said, "I'm proud of you for getting yourself clean." And then he said he had all these mental issues and stuff like that, and that was it. That was all. And then I haven't talked to him
And
since.
then he said you went on another panel and started.
No, not at
You,
all.
well,
Not at all.
I don't know. I'm sure if you did, it's out there, so they can send me
Yeah,
a
not
video.
at all, not at all. But he's definitely unhinged, and that's cool. But what he was
He
talking
doesn't
about, he came
strike
on a
me as
panel one night.
unhinged.
He was calling. He came on a panel one night. He was like, "I want to K-word myself. I want to do all this other stuff." And I'm like, "Bro, just chill. Relax. Come on. You know." And he's just like going and going, and then he just flipped on me. And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." But no, I never asked him to be hurt or anything like that. But he's definitely got some issues, and God bless him. I hope he gets better. I hope he figures out what he needs to figure out. That's
Well,
all.
I hope we all do. Like, in fact, let's do a Jesus moment. We can end on a Jesus moment, restore some peace. You
Let's
can
do it.
lead us. You're more tuned to Jesus, I think, than I am. And
Yeah.
let's just bring
So
that energy and try to heal some of this community.
sure. So Lord Jesus, I hope that everybody that is broken, that basically is struggling, and basically has all of these ailments in their mind and their body, that they heal and they get better, because the world is very tough right now, and I hope that everybody can arise and get better. And Jesus and God will be there for you. But you have to admit the fact that you have these issues. But nobody is perfect. God made man imperfect. So I hope that everybody gets better in Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you in Jesus' name. And I hope like a little bit of tolerance and patience and grace with each other again and with
Sure.
ourselves. I think this community still has potential. I think healing can happen. I think we need to watch out for the trolls and guard against the trolls. That's where the divisiveness starts to come in.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Amen.
So Jeff, yeah, thank you,
And
Jesus.
thank you,
But Jeff,
Mike.
I have a very strong energy, and it rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah, I have
And
that too.
you got it. But you have a very positive. I have more of an authoritative. Like, in other words, I am more. Not saying you're not as strong as me. That's not what I'm trying to say. But you have more. You have more of a soothing energy. Soothing. Like, in other words, you ease into what you're doing. But you're still strong. But you ease into it. I'm more of like an attack. And I have to learn to myself to not attack people so easily. And I have to learn that. So I've learned from you. I've learned from you to be more accepting and more chill,
Well,
more just chill.
hopefully we can all like help make
Yeah,
each other better. I
yeah,
think I think that is another remarkable thing about humans that we have the ability to do that with each
yeah.
other.
You getting off?
Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up. We have a Big Brother episode to watch. I'm going to get some lunch, and I'll probably be out later this afternoon or tonight.
I made some spaghetti. I made some spaghetti and sauce, man. Oh man, it smells so good. Woo, it's gonna be good. But us Italians, we eat pasta, but it is what it is. You
Enjoy.
know?
That's my favorite. So
Yeah, man. But thank you for having me up. I appreciate you, brother. You know,
You too.
you're always very level-headed. That's one thing I like about you is that you're very level-headed. Like you don't judge people,
Well,
and
that's
that's what I
one
like.
compliment I can accept because I try very hard to be level-headed. So thank you.
Yeah, level-headed. You don't judge people. You keep it even keel, and that's why I respect you. So, and I'm not kissing your tail. I just I don't. I like your energy, bro. That's all. So
Well,
thank you for having me up, brother. I
you
hope
you too,
salute to
and
you. I
enjoy the
hope you have.
spaghetti. Have some for me.
I'm gonna go for it, bro. I'm gonna go for it. All right, brother.
All
Take
right.
care.
Take care. All right. Thank you, panelists. I think that I wasn't sure if I wanted to have some of these conversations today because I wasn't sure if they were going to be productive or just spiral into more drama. I am actually glad that I had them and that the people that came on did come on. I think it was productive. I think it did shed some insight into things. It cleared up some of my confusion. So let's just try to be our best selves. I've seen every one of us be capable of it. So just work from that territory, that part of you, and let's try to keep this thing going and make it happen. All right, and with that, I'm going to leave you for now, and I'm sure I'll be back. Oh, tonight's Friday, right? There's all kind of stuff, verbal combat. So, well, so far I got exactly 2 clips. So, whatever. I appreciate sending me what you have, and if Hebrew has the one about the conversation about drugs and mental health and junkie, that type of stuff. So, but none of that drama is that's like old past stuff that's getting resurrected on my stream. So I'm not gonna that's not gonna go on for too long. Okay. Well, we'll see. Time will tell. I've part of one of my flaws is I'm more trusting than most people, and I give people benefits of the doubt. And I learn down the road, but I don't know how to not do that just based on other people telling me stuff. I have to. Maybe I'm one of these people that have to see it for myself. All right, and with that, and hey, Angeline, good to see you too. All right, so with that, I'm going to end it, and I will see you next time. Have a very good Friday, and thanks everyone. Take care.